45 laps the distance as we get ready to rock and roll. John Silva, Tyler Lallier, roll off of turn number 4. There's a green flag, and we're underway down into turn number 1. Silva with a half a car length advantage down the back straightaway as they roll down into 3.
Here they go into 3. Silva with the lead. Lallier on the outside. They are holding off the hard charges of Hedges, Murray, and Campbell as they work down into 1 and 2.
Silva's able to shut the door, set sail at the top of the field as they roll down to 3. Hedges sits right up on his tail. They play bumper tag off of turn number 4. Lallier trying to hang on. Look at Murray, 3 wide for second. Down to the inside goes Richie Murray down into 1.
Here comes Richie Murray in that black and green 08 Chuckrin's Auto Parts machine for second spot, right to the back bumper of Silver as they come off 4.
Hedges couldn't close that door quick enough because the 38 of Souza was right there. Contact between Murray and Silver at the top of the field. Almost everybody's trying to make it through. The 97 and the 42 get together in turn 3, and the 27 of LeBrun involved with that one as well. Hedges, Lallier looking for the green off the corner. LeBrun not making it out. We're underway and down into turn 1. They are side by side, still up front, with Connor Souza knocking on the door. 3 wide for the lead down into 3.
Here we go. Lallier and Hedges and Souza. Souza going to skate across the stripe with the lead down into 1 and 2.
Hedges with a little push off the corner, trying to keep that car glued underneath them. Let the car slide up. That opened up the outside groove, and that's all that Connor needed. He has been fast, and he sets the pace down into turn number 1. Hedges and Lallier still battling for second. Jenison now sitting right behind him.
The battle heats up for second. Connor Souza enjoying seeing that in his rearview mirror. He skates away across the stripe, down into 1 and 2. Here comes Mark Jenison looking for position. He battles with Belcher for 4th right now, but looking for more into 3 and 4.
Yeah, while Jenison tried to make a run, Belcher squeezed in down low, and he's got Charlie Rose glued to his rear bumper. Belcher trying to duplicate what the 38 of Connors did as they roll off at turn 2, waiting for that bottom to open up just a little bit as they roll down into 3.
Here they come. Off of 4. The battle still for second and for 4th. Charlie Rose back up into that picture now. He runs 6th, looking for more as the battle continues out his windshield.
Lallier gets a run on the outside, sets into the number 2 spot now. Hedges under attack from Jenison up top. Belcher right behind him. They roll off of turn number 4. Rose is there looking for an opening down into 3.
Here they come. Into 3. Lallier holding off the competition behind him. 3 wide for 3rd, down into turn 1 and 2.
Jenison squeezes by on the outside. Belcher down to the inside. Now Rose, and look at Burns. He's worked himself up through the pack. Burns looking for a top 5. They come off the corner. 3 wide down into turn 1.
Don't look now, but Richie Murray climbing his way right back up through the field. He goes around Hedges down into 3 and 4, looking for more positions. Is Richie Murray in that 08 off 4.
Battle right now for 3rd. Battle for 5th. Belcher and Jenison off at turn number 2. Behind them, Burns and Rose race side by side as Connor Souza has walked away from the rest of the field.
He's going to start lapping traffic here as Manny Diaz out in front of the leader, Connor Souza. He works into 3 and 4. Out front, Connor Souza continuing to extend his lead down into 1 and 2.
Burns came off at turn 4, slammed the brakes on for a second, put him behind Rose and tried a crossover move, but Rose was right there to hold him off. They come off the corner, and Burns down to the inside. They come off at turn 2. Battle for 3rd, battle for 5th continues with Belcher and Jenison, Rose and Burns.
Here we go. 3 wide as they get around that lapped car. The 7 of Lallier continues to hold the 2nd spot. Chase Belcher, Mark Jenison right there looking for more.
Rose had to back off the throttle, and that allowed Burns to get by. Now Murray takes a look down to the inside off of 4 as he tries to work himself back into the top 5.
Down into turn 3 and 4. Souza already out across the stripe. Second place coming off 4. Now we're going to have a battle. Here comes Chase Belcher looking for second, down into 1 and 2.
Belcher dives down to the inside as they come off at turn number 2. Tyler Lallier trying to hold on to get his first podium on the season. They come off of turn 4, still side by side. Dead even at the stripe that time as they hit turn number 1.
Here we go, off of 2. The battle continues for second, into 3 and 4. Belcher with a nose advantage. Lallier battling back, give the spot to Belcher across the stripe.
Jacob Burns continues his march, started last on the field, and he's worked himself up into 4th. Battling there with Mark Jenison as they roll down into turn 3. Lallier having a great run, holding on to the number 3 spot as they cross the stripe down into 1.
Richie Murray battling with Charlie Rose right now for that 5th spot. Richie Murray climbing and climbing. Here we go. The battle continues across the stripe. Connor Souza leads. Chase Belcher holds second.
Right now, Connor Souza has a straightaway lead on the rest of the field, but they're starting to string themselves out. Right now, the battle is for 6th between the 08 of Richie Murray and the 91 of Charlie Rose. Ryan Vanasse Jr. closing in on that battle there, who sits 8th on the field.
Here we go. As the battle, 23 laps down, 24 now, 21 left to go. Connor Souza absolutely putting on a clinic. He works into 3 and 4. Here comes Chase Belcher, second place now, working into 3 and 4.
Caution flag is out. 24 laps up on the board, 21 remain. Connor Souza, Chase Belcher. Roll off of turn number 4. There's a green flag. We're back underway. And down into 1, they are dead even. Look at the 30 trying to make it 3 on the outside. Settles it back as they roll down into 3.
Here we go. Chase Belcher on this restart, battling with Connor Souza. Souza escapes with the lead, works down into 1 and 2.
Opens up the outside lane, and here comes Rowdy up top. They roll down the back straightaway. Burns takes a look to the outside. He's got Charlie Rose glued to his back bumper as Tyler Lallier tries to hold on. Rose gets by up in a 4th.
Here we go, down into 1 and 2. Jacob Burns looking for more. He's in the 3rd spot. Charlie Rose right there in 4th. They battle single file across the stripe. Connor Souza in the black and red 38 is your leader into 1 and 2.
Richie Murray trying to squeeze underneath. Mark Jenison off of turn number 2, and he's got a couple of youngsters right behind him. Last year's Rookie of the Year, the 10 of Andrew Gomes, the 11 of Ryan Vanasse Jr., trying to work their way up through as they work behind them. But up front, it continues to be Connor Souza. Charlie Rose takes a look to the inside of Jacob Burns off of 4.
Here we go, down into 1 and 2. Out front, Connor Souza, Chase Belcher, Jacob Burns 3rd, Charlie Rose 4th. They battle single file into 3 and 4.
Lallier still sits 5th on the field as they come through the corners. 6th is the battle. Jenison and Murray. 8th is Gomes. 9th is Vanasse, and 10th is the 97 of Almeida. Here comes one more time the 91 of Rose down underneath. A little bit of contact between him and Burns as they roll down into turn number 1.
Here we go, off 2. Connor Souza has not been able to escape as quickly as he would like from Chase Belcher. Belcher starting to reel him back in across the stripe into 1 and 2. Souza and Belcher continue to battle for the lead.
Crossover by Burns to the bottom of Rose, down into turn 3. Rose tries to shut the door. Burns is already there. They come off the corner. Burns up into the top 3 again.
Here we go, door to door. Charlie Rose, Jacob Burns, they battle down the backstretch. Give the advantage by a nose to Charlie Rose now into 3 and 4 as he gets a little loose.
A little contact there as they are playing hard for that 3rd position. Down into 1 and 2. Burns down low, Rose up top, 10 laps to go, this time at the stripe. Connor Souza continues to hold on at the top of the field.
Connor Souza has put on a clinic here tonight. Nobody has had anything for him since the drop of the green. 9 more circuits around as he comes off 4.
Charlie Rose edges out off of turn number 4 ahead of Jacob Burns. Again, they make a little contact down the front straightaway. Off the second corner they come. Rose shuts the door. Burns back to 4th. Lallier rounds out the top 5. Here comes Burns back on the inside.
37 laps on the board. 8 more times to go. Connor Souza out front. Chase Belcher follows down into 3 and 4. That is your leaders as they come across the stripe.
Right now, other than that battle for third, the battle for 6 is what we're keeping an eye on. Jenison and Murray racing side by side through turns 1 and 2. Jenison has got that outside lane to his liking as they roll through the corners down into 3. Murray trying to back down low. He's got Gomes still glued to his rear bumper.
Here we go, down the back stretch. It'll be 5 more circuits around. Connor Souza in the number 38 Monroe Dairy. Black and red Ford is out front looking for his first win in 2025.
Keep your eyes on that battle for third between Rose and Burns. Burns continues to knock on the door, looking to the inside each and every time. Rose off the corner, edges out by a half a car length at the stripe. Laps winding down for the youngster out of East Providence, Rhode Island, trying to put the Monroe Dairy Sacred Cow Titan Veterinary Clinic machine in victory lane for the first time in 2025. A third place finish 3 weeks ago. Now it looks like it's his night as he comes off a 4 with 2 to go.
Twin sticks, 2 more circuits around for Connor Souza leading Chase Belcher. Charlie Rose, Jacob Burns, and Tyler Lallier are your top 5 as they come down into 3 and 4.
White flag in the air as Tim Bolduc looks the field over one more time for Connor Souza. Down into 1 and 2. Easy peasy off the corner, a comfortable 3-car length advantage over the 35. Rolls through 3 and 4. Checkered flag high in the air. Connor Souza back in victory lane. Chase Belcher for second. Charlie Rose third. Jacob Burns fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is Tyler Lallier. Connor Souza! Couldn't get that helmet off quick enough, could you?
No, I haven't won in a year. This is like Christmas to me. It's been a long, last year was really long. We didn't win one, but tonight everything just really went our way. This thing was a missile. And I got to thank Big Jeff for everything he does for me, because I wouldn't have won tonight without him, because he gave me all the advice to set this thing up right and make the necessary changes. So big thank you to him, because without him, I couldn't have got it done tonight.
Tell us about that move at the beginning of the race that got you out front. It looked like Josh gave you just enough room and you just dove right in there.
Yeah, actually, I was planning on being real patient and just biding my time, but he opened the door and, brought the 7 to the clam shack. So I just thought, why not take the chance and, ship it 3 wide and hope we can get something. And, we did, and I think I made the right move, apparently.
You had a comfortable lead over 3.5 seconds over Chase. Chase had clean racetrack, which he really would have needed to try to catch you. All of a sudden, the yellow comes out. What was going through your mind?
I was asking my spotter how fast Chase was, because I know Chase is going to race me real clean. He's not going to, ship me, but I knew he was going to be tough to beat, and I knew I had to get a real good restart, so I just kind of gave the car everything it had, and I was really hoping I had something left for him, and apparently we did.
It's got to feel real good. It's been a while coming. 3 weeks ago, you and I talked, and I saw the confidence but the disappointment in your face by finishing third. You did the right thing. You had a great race car that day. Does this feel a little better?
Oh, this is way better. I give these guys a lot of respect. I hope I get that in return. But, this is the toughest late model racing around other than ACT, so it's, real hard to win one. So this feels great.
A lot of people behind you working hard for you week after week to get you back here.
Yeah, like I said, Big Jeff, thank you for everything, because you bust your butt on this car, and I really appreciate it. And also thanks to my mom and dad, who spend all their money and all their time on these cars, and I really appreciate it. And I got to thank Monroe's Dairy, Titan Vet Clinic, the Sacred Cow, Nats Racing Engine for the monster motor we got in this thing, Smokey's Auto Repair, the Hamilton Diner, which is right up the road, and everybody else who helped out. Oh, MLB Racing Photography, because, he takes the best pictures around, so I just wanted to give him a shout-out, too.
Congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Connor Souza. But you gave it a heck of a run. Chase, a good run there, just didn't have enough for him.
Yeah, the 38 was fast all day, and he got off running. We were equal. We were catching him. At the end, I wish that was the 80-lapper, but we were a little too loose. But congratulations to Connor. Great job to Charlie. I want to thank Everett's Auto Parts, Roy Andrade for everything that he does, my dad, Jeff Taylor, Ryan Kuhn for coming out tonight, PJ, Daryl Sprunk, my mom, and thank you, fans.
It's got to feel real good to get back up on the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. Our worst finish this year is 5th, so no complaints with that.
Congratulations. Great run for a second. Third place, Charlie. It seems that wherever you are on the racetrack, you've got somebody swapping that inside and outside with you.
There was a battle. These kids don't leave me alone. They're like flies. They don't let me go.
But they've got the youth and exuberance. You've got the experience.
I got the stupidity and the grit. I don't give up.
But, you know, you're having a lot of fun this year. That's great. But the car's been fast. You sat in victory lane. You've been on the podium most weeks. You got to feel real good.
Yeah, it's been real good. I mean, we made a few changes tonight because obviously working towards the end of the year. That's the whole main goal is, you know, giving up something now and trying to gain it all back the last 4 or 5 races. But who knows? You know, we'll try it, see what happens. But it was fun. You know, Jacob raced me hard. I love it. It's just the blast. I like that stuff, you know.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank Ron from F&M Maintenance, Kenny Rigo, my boys Roscoe, Jimmy, Kevin from Simpsons Auto Care. He's awesome dude. John from Woodruff Brothers, Mike from B&M, Scott from Hawkins Construction, Rich from Helga South Coast Power Equipment, Randy from Rough and Fenders, my mom and dad also. They're always here every week, and without them, I probably wouldn't be here.
Congratulations. Great run. Great run for third. How about a round of